Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So we have some good news in today's video as tomorrow is a very important day which will give us an even better idea of how much of an increase we can expect for all Social Security beneficiaries to receive, whether you're receiving Social Security retirement, SSI, or even SSDI. Now, in addition to that, we're also going to be going over 4 key changes that we can definitely expect to hopefully take place before the year of 2025. But before I go ahead and dive into the main content of today's video, if you wouldn't mind helping me out real quickly by just giving this video a like, that just helps out with the good old YouTube algorithm, and also consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already. Okay, so it seems like every single year we have some type of change as far as Social Security goes, whether it's a minor change or perhaps a bigger change. And of course, within the next 10 years, we can expect some major changes to take place within the Social Security program since the trust fund is looking like it's going insolvent. So they are going to have to do some major things to fix the solvency issue of the trust fund. But here are 4 different changes that are definitely probably going to be taking place before the year of 2025. So according to the Washington Examiner, Social Security update, 4 projected changes to Social Security before 2025. So the first change they list is a higher maximum benefit. So the maximum benefits that retirees can receive at full retirement age change with inflation. The most recent increase occurred for 2023 when it rose from $3,345 in 2022 to $3,627 in 2023. Based on current inflation, another increase is expected before 2025. The maximum amount of money each beneficiary can receive differs depending on their age of retirement. Recipients who retire at 62 get monthly installments of up to $2,572. Those who retire at 67 receive a maximum benefit of $3,627. And people who delay retirement until 70 get the highest maximum payments of up to $4,555 per month, according to the SSA. So that's the first change, is a higher maximum benefit, and then a higher benefit for everyone else as well. Now, the second change is a change in monthly income due to the cost of living increase. So just like there's going to be a maximum for the people who are receiving the most in Social Security benefits, there's also going to be a change in COLA for everyone else. So whether you receive, let's say like $600 per month, whether you receive $1,500 or $2,000, everyone is going to be receiving some type of increase. It really just depends what the COLA ends up being. Now, in addition to that, they also say that there's apparently going to be better customer service. Let's hope so anyways. So the SSA said it plans to improve its customer service experience by employing exceptional workers and by accommodating its recipients through whatever means of communication necessary. For example, customers can choose when, where, and how they receive their service. So in 2025, we are focused on understanding the customer's experience over their lifetime, the SSA said on its website. Through this understanding, we respond to and anticipate our customers' needs and thoughtfully craft appropriate service options. Now, let me know in the comment section below what your general experience is when contacting the SSA. Are there short hold times? Are there long hold times? Any tips you have for everyone else in terms of getting a hold of the SSA in a reasonable period of time? Because, according to the Law Center for Social Security Rights, the average wait time for calling the Social Security Administration has just, gone up a ton since 2020, 2021, because before the pandemic, the average hold time was only right around 13 minutes, but then in 2021 and 2022, that increased, all the way up to around 40 minutes just to get a hold of someone. Now, they do recommend to call the Social Security Administration right when they open, right around 7 a.m. Obviously, the earlier the better. That really goes for pretty much anything. The earlier you call, the less hold time that you can expect to get. So definitely try to call a little bit earlier if you can. Now, the fourth change that they are expecting to have happen before 2025 is a change for women who receive benefits. So because of a growing female workforce, more women are expected to receive their own retirement payments by 2025 rather than simply receiving payments from their spouse's benefits. So those are the 4 changes we can expect to have take place before the year of 2025. Now, as far as the good news, the very important date that is going to be coming up tomorrow that we definitely need to keep our eyes out on are the inflation data that's going to be coming out tomorrow on July 12th. So you can see up on the screen here, here is the schedule of release for the Consumer Price Index according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. So we can see right here on July 12th, we are going to know the inflation data for June. Now, as far as the cost of living adjustment increases go, what they use is they use an inflation measurement called the CPI-W. They track this using the third quarter data. Now, the third quarter is July, August, and September. Now, July's data actually isn't going to come out until next month in August, but tomorrow we are going to have a better idea of where inflation is heading, if it's, pretty much stagnant and it's not moving up or down, or if it's moving down, or perhaps it's moving up. So it's going to give us a very good idea of what we can expect for the 3 months moving forward in October 12th, 2023 of this year. Of course, we are going to know what the increase for all Social Security beneficiaries will be, because we're going to know the months of July, August, and September, and then we're going to be able to compare those months of this year to the months of last year, and we're going to have a much better idea. Now, according to the data from last month, we had some new projections coming in from the Senior Citizens League, and they said that the COLA for 2024 could be 2.7% for Social Security. This has been moving down over the months, so if it continues to move down, we might have new projections coming out tomorrow saying that maybe it's going to be like 2.4%, or perhaps it could stay the same of right around 2.7%. Again, in the months moving forward, we're going to have a much better idea. And tomorrow is going to be a huge day, definitely something to keep an eye out on to see where inflation is heading. And it's going to give us a much better idea of what we can expect as far as the increase goes. Now, if the COLA ends up being 2.7% for next year, here's just something you can expect. So if you're receiving a benefit of right around $1,000 per month right now, your increase is going to be around $27 per month, which is going to be $324 per year. If you're receiving $2,000 per month in your benefit, your new benefit would then be $2,054 or a $54 increase per month, which would make out to being a $648 increase over the span of a year. Now, of course, we also have some other things to look out for tomorrow. So, if inflation is heading down even more, that's really going to impact what the Federal Reserve decides to do, whether they continue to pause rate hikes or if they continue to, hike the rates. They've been doing this for a long time now because, inflation was just sky high. Obviously, we had a COLA of 8.7%, and we really needed to get this under control. So since March of 2022, the Fed has been very aggressively hiking the interest rates in order to tame inflation, and they've been doing a pretty good job. All in all, inflation is definitely coming down from where it was. It's still much higher than what it needs to be, because even though inflation now is only 4% as opposed to say like 8 to 9% of last year, it doesn't mean that inflation has come down by 4%. It means that it's still going up by 4% over the 8%. So since last year, it's really gone up 12%. It's not actually coming down, it's just going up at a slower pace. So that's something that we definitely need to keep in mind. Now, another thing is if the Fed continues to hike rates, it could potentially cause another recession. That's something a lot of people probably forget, is that we actually had a recession last year, but then we had a lot of people go on and change the definition of what a recession actually is. So we already had our recession. It's just a matter of whether or not we're going to end up in another recession. If we do end up in a recession, we see a lot of jobs lost, which, let's hope that we don't. That could obviously trigger another round of stimulus checks. That's something that we usually do. That's something that the government usually does to, kind of get out of a recession, is to send out another round of stimulus payments. But we'll just have to wait and see whether or not we end up in another recession. A lot of economists thought we would have already ended up in another recession at this point in time, but obviously it could just be delayed maybe until next year. So 2024, early parts of 2024, or perhaps, the summer of 2024, we might just end up in another recession. Again, let's hope not, but if we do, we could definitely be looking for another round of stimulus checks if we do. But that's all the news that we have for today's video. I certainly hope that you enjoyed. If you did, again, I would greatly appreciate if you could give this video a like. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you in the next video.